My name is Farjood, Ailya Rizvi, and welcome to my thesis defense. Thank you, my committee. Thank you, my colleagues. Thank you, all of you who have joined online. Thank you, principal, for joining online. Thank you, all of the students. And thank you so much for supporting me and for your attendance. So I'm here to tell you about my results of my research, which I have been working on since past 5 years of my life. Basically, I have explored the history of visual communication design and context of post-colonial Lahore. So this was pretty very interesting, and for me, as I've been a practicing graphic designer and me being a teacher too, uh, I would say that my thesis presents most of the findings, which are basically taken from colonial time period archives section and most of the post-colonial visual communication design examples, uh, mainly based upon print media examples. And the whole research is basically, the scope of the research falls between 1849 to 2020. So visual communication design have been evolving since more than 100 years. But in the 19th century, in a catalog, first time the word graphic design appeared in 1917 as a subject name, graphic design and lettering. Then the term graphic design is credited that it was coined by William Edition Dwiggins in 1922 in an essay, new kind of printing calls for new kind of design. So that's how the term graphic design evolved. But Richard Hollis, in his book A Concise History of Design, says and refers that this graphic design as visual communication design. So this was a bit of the history about the visual communication design and its background. Colonialism के इफेक्ट क्या होते हैं सोसाइटी के ऊपर? सबसे पहला इफेक्ट होता है डिस्टॉर्टेड वर्ल्ड व्यू, सेकंड है लॉस ऑफ आइडेंटिटी, थर्ड है वैल्यूज जो है हमारी वो शिफ्ट हो जाती हैं, एंड सेल्फ डाउट. So these are the main four values which I think that which affects and which are very related with my thesis even too. Communication के बारे में एरिस्टोटल कहते हैं कि he has observed that man is a social animal. And then चार्ल्स डार्विन की थ्योरी है कि बायोलॉजिकल जो सर्वाइवल है वो डिपेंड करता है एक्सचेंज ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन के ऊपर. So these two theories are very important to understand what communication is and how it is important. विजुअल के बारे में लुडविग विटगेनस्टाइन की पिक्चर थ्योरी ऑफ लैंग्वेज बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट है. वो ये कहते हैं कि हमारा जो माइंड है, ब्रेन है, उसमें पिक्चर अपेयर होती है while we are listening to the word, and that picture basically makes the meaning of the word. So इससे हम विजुअल को बहुत अच्छे तरीके से समझ सकते हैं. So visual communication design is basically, अगर हम इसको एक दो लाइनों में बताने की कोशिश करें, so this is interdisciplinary profession जिसमें स्ट्रेटेजिकली एस्थेटिक के प्रिंसिपल्स को यूज किया जाता है किसी जो विजुअल कंटेंट है उसको ऑर्डर और मीनिंग देने के लिए. So I find this very much descriptive and very much to clarify those who are not familiar with the term what visual communication design is. So this is an academic subject, a practice, a industry, and a purchasable service. So this is the introduction of the term. So now moving on towards my methodology, this is a qualitative research, and it has examined past designs with comparative analysis to the most contemporary designs. The information is collected from primary and secondary sources. There are two steps. Number one was the collection of the evidences, and the second one was chronological documentation of the evidences. That's what I believe कि जो यूरोपियन आर्ट हिस्टोरियंस जिस तरह डिजाइन की हिस्ट्री लिखते हैं, सो क्यों ना लोकल और इस रीजन की लाहौर की हिस्ट्री जो है उसमें भी क्रोनोलॉजी जो है वो भी उतनी इंपॉर्टेंट है टू अंडरस्टैंड हु वी आर एंड व्हाट वी आर डूइंग एंड वेयर वी आर हेडिंग. So the documents are selected with the common aspect of characteristics. अब यहाँ पर जो comparative analysis है उसमें हमने जो सबसे ज्यादा important मेरे लिए फीचर था वो ये था कि रिपीट क्या हो रहा है बार बार और क्यों हो रहा है और उसके क्या मीनिंग थे और क्या मीनिंग है. So that's how my methodology is. जो मुझे लगा कि ये बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट चीज थी जो रिसर्च में शेयर करने वाली है. सो नाउ मूविंग ऑन टुवर्ड्स द वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट के इसमें फिलोसॉफिकल जो इंस्पिरेशन है उसमें तीन मेन स्कॉलर्स हैं जिनमें नंबर वन है एडवर्ड सईद और इनके जो वर्क्स हैं ओरिएंटलिज्म व्हिच वाज पब्लिश्ड इन 1978. और इनका जो कॉन्सेप्ट अगर हम उसको एक लाइन में मैं आपके साथ शेयर करना चाहूँ टू मेक इट शॉर्ट, रूल बाय नॉलेज. Then Gayatri Spivak, Can This Walton Speak? She talks about Eurocentric superiority. Then Homi K. Bhabha, इनके दो important works थे, Nation and Narration, Location of the Culture. सो इसमें ये बात करते हैं कल्चरल हाइब्रिडिटी की, मिमिक्री की, एम्बिवेलेंस की, थर्ड स्पेस की. So that's how these three philosophers were very handy for me as far as to understand what is post-colonial period and what is going behind the post-colonial theories and how it is operating as visual communication design instrument. The structure of the thesis comprises approximately 62,000 words, जो इसका word count है, और illustrations हैं 330 illustrations जिसमें colored और black and white images मौजूद हैं.